back to my channel. Sorry it's been a hot minute since I have uploaded. I got the chance to have my mother and sister fly in from Houston, Texas, and as you probably know if you've been following me for a little bit, I now live in Southeast Georgia. So, bit of a stretch between me and my family now, which is so sad, but nonetheless, they got to come out and we took a vacation up in South Carolina for a week, and it was amazing. It was wonderful, and I really enjoyed it. And then I came back, and my 3 daughters left to my husband's mother's house for the summer. So now I just have my son, and it's so quiet, and I don't know what to do. So now that that's all settled, we are good to go. No more, well, we are traveling this weekend down to Destin Beach. So we're gonna check that out. We've never been there yet, so we're really excited to see this beautiful beach that everybody keeps raving about. And I will try and vlog. I mean, if that's something you'd like to see, I don't really know if that's what you guys want to see. If you want to see a vlog of us and our trip to Destin Beach, give this video a thumbs up, comment below, let me know. But for the most part, now I am free and ready to get back on schedule. So now going on to makeup. I hadn't worn makeup all week. I was letting my skin breathe, and honestly it was the best thing for it. I wanted to be bold. Wanted to be bold today. So we got that sharp cut line, and I'm going to show you how to do everything. I'm going to show you everything I use, and always, as always, please don't forget that everything that I use will be listed down in the bottom bar. So just click view more or more info or something like that, and it'll show you everything that I use in my videos. Without further ado, if you want to see how to get this makeup look, just keep watching and don't forget to subscribe. Alright, we are going to start off with Dr. Brandt's Pores No More primer, and that all it's going to do is reduce the appearance of large pores, fine lines, wrinkles, so I'm putting that all over my problem areas. Using a beauty blender to apply my foundation, I am taking my Makeup Forever Matte Velvet Plus in the shade 30. For concealer, I am using MAC Pro Longwear Concealer in the shade NW20, using the triangle formation to give it a bit of lift, highlight, while concealing. I'm also going to highlight the rest of the center of my face with this concealer as well. Now I'm going to be taking the Laura Mercier Translucent Setting Powder to set my face, but also bake. Baking really just ensures that the area you put a lot of powder on is going to stay in place. I've found that when I bake, my makeup truly stays all day. Now, I'm gonna look a little crazy because my makeup tends to break up and get patchy, mostly on my nose and chin, like around my mouth area, so I bake around there. But honestly, you don't have to take that step. Usually I just bake under the eyes and around the like the center of the forehead, but today I was really needing that extra bit of protection because it is so hot and humid here. I knew I was gonna get oily and sweat, and I really wanted to make my makeup stay in place, and guess what? It did. So I know this works. It is tried and true. Alright, I'm going to let that sit, and while I do, I'm going to do my brows. I'm using, of course, my Anastasia Brow Definer in soft brown, and as usual, all I do is just put a line under the bottom of my brows, a line on the top of my brows, fill it in, brush it through, and voila, we are done. Now take any large fluffy brush and just wipe away all of that excess powder. We are done baking, so now we can get rid of all the excess. Moving to the eyes, I'm going to be taking my Smashbox 24-Hour Photo Finish Eye Primer. Put that all over the lid up to the eyebrow bone. And then I will be taking a piece of tape because we are going to, well, I want a harsh line for my eyeshadow. So the trick to that, when you've already got your base foundation on, is take a piece of tape and stick it on the back of your hand a few times. Pulling it off makes it less sticky, so you're not going to deal with like ripping tape off of your face. It'll just lightly stay there and give you the line that you want. Taking a fluffy eyeshadow brush in my Lorac Pro palette, I'm going to be taking this dark brown, which is called Espresso in this palette, and I'm just running that along the edges of my lash line. Now, you can take the tail of the eyeshadow up or as short as you want. I'm looking for some drama today, so I'm taking the tail of my wing up pretty far. And I just keep building on this color in the same motions in the same place. Now I'm going into the black, and I'm going to go right over top of that brown that we just placed. And we're just going to build that up. Now going into my Morphe Brushes palette, which is the Jaclyn Hill palette, I'm going to take this cranberry color and blend it right above that black. Taking that same palette, I'm going to take this burnt orangey red color, it's a shimmery color, and just blend right over top that cranberry and then begin to blend it out. Taking Makeup Geek's Peach Smoothie, I'm going to be using this to blend out that orangey cranberry color we just placed and try to make it look as flawless and airbrushed as possible. For my brow highlight, I'm going to dip back into the Lorac Pro palette and get this cream color and just place that right under my brow at the highest point. Time to take that tape off. Look at that line. You can cut people with that line. Now going back to my face, I'm going to be taking Benefit's Hoola bronzer and my fluffy Morphe E3 brush and just bronze my face. For contour, I'm going to be using Anastasia Beverly Hill's Contour Kit and be mixing two colors together with my NARS Ita brush. This brush will never change when it comes to contouring. It is amazing. Today I'm going to mix two colors today. These are the Milani blushes, and it's Tea Rose and Romantic Rose. Now for my favorite part! You know I love my highlights, so I'm using Becca's Jaclyn Hill face palette, and I'm mixing Preseco Pop and Champagne Pop and placing that on my cheekbones, above my eyebrow, you know, just kind of, I wanted to do it everywhere, but I refrained. Alright, now back to the eyes. Curl your lashes, apply mascara. Today I'm using Smashbox X-Rated mascara, and I'm not gonna lie, I really like this. And just don't drop it like I did. Now, going into that Lorac Pro palette, I'm taking this light brown shade and buffing that along the lower lash line just to really smoke it out a little bit. Then I'm dipping into that dark brown, which is Espresso, and going over top of that and, of course, blending it out again. We're really wanting to smoke this out. And then I'm going to take this gold color in that same palette and run that along the inner half of that lower lash line, just for some fun pop and shimmer and just, you know. I'm using House of Lashes Iconic Lashes. If you want to see how to apply, I will link the video I have for how to apply false lashes down below so you can check it out. And for my lips, I'm going to be using Bite Beauty's Honeycomb. I love this color, and we are done.
And I'm just gonna do the top knot again. That's my go-to this summer. Cause it's too hot to have it all down.
Alright guys, it's the finished finished makeup look. I really hope you enjoyed it. I'm so happy to be back in the swing of things. I'm so happy to be filming again. I really missed it. I really missed you guys. And until next time, I will see you in my next video. Bye!